It's time to dive beneath the surface and into the minds and hearts of your favorite celebrities and pop culture icons. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Knoll. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy bringing you guys all the weekly interviews and recaps from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. But for those of you who do know me, you know that that's not why we're always here, right? Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because you guys don't want to miss anything we have coming up. And with that being said, let's jump right in. Okay, guys, so we are back to talk about Teresa Giudice as if we haven't even talked about her enough in this situation. I have to say, and I've said this a million times, every single season of The Real Housewives, it doesn't even matter what franchise it is. There's always a main topic that just goes and spirals out of control. We saw it on Real Housewives of Potomac with this Candace Monique fight. We saw it on Real Housewives of Atlanta, currently with Strippergate. We're watching it on Real Housewives of Orange County with Bronwyn and her alcoholism. We're watching it on Real Housewives of Atlanta with Pantygate and Puppygate. I'm just saying, there's always one main focus or storyline of the show. Well, Teresa Giudice, in true OG fashion, actually came in on this season, episode 1, with a bang. Guys, we all know this. We've been watching the season so far. I've been covering this with Emily D. Baker. Teresa walked into Jackie's husband's birthday party and spewed out a terrible rumor that had something to do with Jackie's husband allegedly cheating on his wife when he goes to the gym. Obviously, that's a completely nasty rumor to spread, especially if you're not willing to give up your sources or where it came from, when you heard it. Anything. You have no details, then don't spread a baseless rumor, right? Well, that was Jackie's point. And when Jackie sat down with Teresa, she tried to sort of let her know and get across to her how dangerous a baseless rumor like this could be. Unfortunately, Jackie used an analogy that was completely inappropriate. At least most people think so, because it had something to do with not Teresa's boyfriend or ex-husband or anything else that she could have attacked. It actually had something to do with Teresa's daughter, Gia Giudice. A lot of fans were very upset about this analogy, the analogy of saying, hey, listen, you going around and saying that my husband is cheating on me. What if I went around and I said, okay, well, Gia was doing coke in the bathroom? Yeah, that obviously pissed Teresa off. Pissed Teresa off enough to walk away, scream the C word probably about 5-6 times, and honestly, it looked like she was about to throw something at Jackie's head. That pushed Jackie not to end up going to the party. And again, guys, Jackie could have used an analogy having to do with anything else. Teresa going to jail, the fraud, anything except her child. But that wasn't the case. Well, Jackie has apologized not to Teresa, but to Teresa's family, to Joe Gorga, Melissa Gorga, about the analogy, saying, listen, that's not what I meant. It was an analogy. However, Teresa's not really backing down. She's like, I didn't start the rumor. I just told my friends and my family and some of your friends at the party. I didn't start the rumor. I didn't spread it. I just said it. Okay, well, Teresa, that's sort of how spreading a rumor works. It's a baseless rumor with no facts. You heard it, and then you repeated it. Well, Teresa tries to let us know exactly why she did repeat it, why she came forward with this rumor, and what made her drop the bomb, right? Well, she said that she heard about this rumor last season and she had no idea that she was going to come into this party, see Evan, and repeat it, right? This is where we don't believe Teresa. Unfortunately, as much as we love Teresa, we've seen you put on your producer's cap before when you stuck it on and you told Danielle Staub at your friend's boutique to go over and yank Margaret Joseph's hair. Okay. Also, when you were telling Dolores at the campfire to tell or act like she was going to run because she was afraid of somebody or something coming out of the woods, and everybody jumped up and ran with her. Teresa knows what she's doing. Jennifer Aydin almost threw her, actually, she did throw her under the bus too. When Jennifer Aydin said, listen, she told this rumor to me last season. I've heard it. I wasn't going to be the one to repeat it. It sounds like, to me, what we have here is a situation where we have one main housewife who is playing puppet master. We've seen it on many other franchises. You know who I'm talking about, guys. One main housewife who's playing puppet master, and none of the other housewives would take the bait. She planted the seed that Evan was cheating to Jennifer Aiden, hoping, listen, Jennifer and Jackie have gotten into it. Jackie wrote an article about spoiled children that pertained to Jennifer's kids, even though it wasn't even about spoiled children. It was about children growing up in a mansion, having everything that they want, and just talking about if those kids could still be somewhat normal or enter into everyday life without being a spoiled child or being a spoiled individual. It was based off of her family, but it wasn't really about her family, right? It was just the idea. Again, I'm not trying to defend Jackie, but it seemed like Teresa used this opportunity where she knew Jennifer Aiden did not like Jackie and tried to plant that seed. Jennifer didn't take the bait because she has her own storylines to worry about this season with her family and falling over a little bit wasted. I think they're going to address her alcohol intake as well. I don't want to say alcohol problem, but alcohol intake. Now, mind you, getting back to Teresa, Teresa did have a moment where she came out and said a few things. One, she said, I didn't come to that party anticipating spreading this rumor. I actually have heard the rumor last season, and when I saw Evan, it just made me think of it. I don't normally have the opportunity to sit around or film with Evan or see Evan, so I don't think about it. However, at this party, I saw him, and it was the first thing that came to mind. So I just wanted to casually go around the room and ask the different women, hey, have you heard this rumor? I see what Teresa's trying to do here. I see how she's trying to paint this, but no. The rest of the women are trying to stick up for her, saying, listen, Teresa has no malice. She's not a malicious woman. She obviously was a little bit tipsy, and with that, she said too much. Well, Jackie Goldschneider and Evan Goldschneider, they're not taking that for an answer. They're like, absolutely not. That is the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. Not only has Joe Gorga tried to come forward and say, listen, my sister was trying to maybe do this to help you. And then 10 seconds later, he knew that that was a stupid statement. Margaret Josephs has come forward and said, listen to Jackie, there's nothing malicious about Teresa. But Jackie just cut her off right there at the feet and said, well, wasn't there something malicious about when Danielle pulled her hair and Teresa told her to do that? Okay. Good job, Jackie. Guys, remember, you're arguing with a lawyer here. She knows exactly how to prepare an argument, come in for an argument, and also fight an argument. Emily D. Baker said that on my show. When we were recapping Real Housewives of New Jersey, one of the things that I think frustrated Emily the most was when Jackie came in to speak with Teresa about this baseless rumor over at Margaret Joseph's house, right before they went on the girls' trip, she had time to prepare for this analogy. She knew exactly what she was coming in and going to say. And even Teresa said that. Teresa said she knew what she was going to say coming into the room. And she chose to say that. She chose to throw something out there about my daughter. Okay, well, let's play a little bit of devil's advocate here real quick, Teresa. And again, as much as I love her, I just like to see both sides. Teresa saying Jackie knew exactly what she was going to say before coming in, and she had time to prepare for that. Well, Teresa, don't you think that you knew that you were coming to Evan's birthday party and you knew exactly what you were going to say before coming in, right? And you had time to prepare for that? Or no, it's just Jackie. Jackie's the only one who can manipulate a storyline or a situation. Is that right? You guys let me know. Comment below and let me know if there's a little bit of hypocrisy here or if Teresa's just not even thinking about what she's saying and it's over her head. I'm curious. Of course, you guys know that I love reading your comments, so I want to know exactly what you think about this, but hold on, we're not done. It sounds like Teresa didn't even know that Jackie Goldschneider threw a second party for her husband, Evan, and if you guys saw the episode, last week's episode, it was actually sort of cringeworthy. When she threw this party for Evan, she invited everyone except for Teresa, of course, and it was a sort of small shindig, but she wanted to go around, Jackie, to all of the house husbands, or maybe even not, Frank's not technically a house husband, but Dolores calls him a husband, and to all of the women and have them tell Evan, listen, we know you're not a cheater. Almost giving him that validation, kind of like a parent trying to make her kid feel better. It was strange. Dolores said on Watch What Happens Live that made her uncomfortable. There were a few people like, what? But they went with the flow in order to make Evan feel comfortable, to feel okay with filming with the group, and to put him at ease, letting him know, we don't believe this rumor. We know you're a good guy. Let's move on. Well, at this party, Jackie decided at the end, let me stand up and give a toast before I get too drunk. And in that, she talks about how thankful she is for everyone, but ends it off with, and if my husband's at the gym effing other women, ha 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 ha. Okay, well, that's the very same thing that you're mad at. So maybe Jackie right now is using this as an opportunity to just laugh it off, turn it into a joke, and pretend like it's just being brushed off, like it doesn't matter anymore. They've moved on. But for Teresa, Teresa knew nothing about this party, nothing about the party until it aired. And she was like, wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what party? Finding out that Evan had a party, but then finding out that Jackie gave that speech at the end, Teresa was flabbergasted. She's like, what do you mean she gave that speech? This is the same thing she's mad at me about. Teresa said this. She got mad at me about the rumor and then she had another party. I wasn't even aware of it, but why would she even repeat it? Yeah, well, some of us sort of agree and some of us are divided on this. But Jackie did come out and say, had this situation been about her, had Teresa spread this rumor about her and not her husband, this whole season would be playing out completely different. Jackie said she would have been on the girls' trip, that they would have been able to make amends, brush this off, but that obviously wasn't the case. Now, I don't want to put words into Jackie's mouth, but I do want to read exactly what she said. If Teresa had spreaded a rumor that I had been cheating on Evan at the party, I would have confronted her. I would have said, my husband knows how much I fucking love him, and you're an animal. Then she ended it off with, and I would have gone on the trip. Okay, so that makes a little bit more sense. Jackie's pretty much saying, listen, I signed up for this, and even though my family is a part of it because they have to be, I am the main person here. Attack me. Do not attack my husband. You want to attack me? Let's hash it out like women. Let's talk about it. Confront me. I'll confront you, and let's move forward. But when you start going after my family, you start messing with these 4 beautiful little children's life, their home life, my husband, his finance career, when you start taking it there, oh no, game on. Again, guys, I'm so curious what you think about this. If you think that Teresa knew what she was doing coming into it, or if she is totally oblivious. Now, I don't honestly, and I hate saying this, don't rip my head off. I don't find that Teresa was oblivious. I feel like, again, I know I said this, I feel like Teresa came into this situation filming, knowing exactly what she was going to say. The same way she's pointing the fingers at Jackie, knowing exactly how she was going to use that analogy. Teresa cannot say, oh, I was surprised. I showed up at the party and Evan was there. I hadn't seen him. It sparked up the idea. I remembered a rumor that I heard. No, you knew that you were going to Evan's birthday party. I'm sure it was common knowledge. Everyone knew that. You knew exactly what you were going to say. Just like your friend Michelle, the realtor who you brought, who bashed your brother Joe Gorga for bad business practices. That producer's cap is starting to show, Teresa. I don't know. Guys, you let me know again. Comment below. Give me your thoughts. I love hearing them. I love reading them. And I like sort of getting a new perspective. So if you haven't already, go ahead and do that. Smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss anything we have coming up. With that being said, see you next time. Bye, guys.
Thanks for watching Up and Adam.